Okay. Hi guys. I got zins again. Yay. Also got weed. Which is nice. Got a lot of weed for the whole week. So that's Pog. It's just so what I wanna just get the I wanna edit my first podcast episode and maybe then also do the devlog for this week and last week and release both as separate episodes, I guess. I don't know. I don't really like. I was kind of like the first day I tried to, um, I tried to edit it. There was just issues, so I just didn't care. But yeah, I want to edit. I haven't really done much editing work yet. I want to get better at it because soon well, not soon, I guess. I just want to start releasing more videos and shit, you know? Could be good for the brand, you know? Today was a nice day, right? Today the universe, those beyond the veil, finally told me, or finally showed me I was Jesus. Like, undeniably, it's a nice day. It's a nice day. Um, yeah. Like, I've been asking for this for a while. Because they told me a long time ago, really. But, like, it's always been like, am I not? And there's a lot of moments of doubt and stuff like that. And it also graced me with the wisdom I need to handle the criticisms and people doubting, right? It is simple, you know. I I'm Christ. I am the awakener. I don't need to walk on water or, you know, literally heal the blind. If I want you to see, to truly awaken, all I really need to do is something I already do well. I do it literally in my sleep. And I need to make you lucid. Just wake you up. Give you a moment of lucidity, true lucidity. Beyond this dream of reality we call life. That's all I need to do. That. Because that's what my power is, you know? I awaken. Rebirth. You know, rebirth is awakening. Anyways, let's do. I don't care. Yeah, okay, wait, here it is. So I guess it's a new project. Just call it MeyGod podcast episode 1, I guess. It keeps opening up here. Alright, so I need to go get the video file. So I believe it's this one. Let's see. It's two of them. I just need to. Okay. So you guys might hear it twice, I guess, but no one's here, so who cares? Alright. So I want to get a bit into more of the psychology of who I was. I was back in this time period. So okay, so it's these two. I need to stitch them together, and then I need to just cut them up. There's no real editing beyond that needed for this specifically. How do I just say cool and then insert the clip? There we go. So in theory Okay, let's get the little our buddy open code. So CD workshop. Just gonna do it here, I guess. Is this the right? In DaVinci Resolve, I've added 2 videos to my media pool and placed them my timeline, but I don't see any video playing. Wait, what am I doing? We have this. But I don't see any video playing in the little play box on the edit, no, on the cut page in DaVinci Resolve. So I don't know. I wonder if I can just speak and just. I don't know if I can even do this in this fucking. This laptop is shit. Like, this laptop is so bad. Okay. So I can't edit videos because my laptop is shit. I need a new device. How am I gonna get a new device? I can ask my dad for money, but it's a lot of money, and they really don't like giving me money. Like, I get away with it by like just asking my dad, and like not bringing my stepmom into it because she always wants to fight. Kind of down on me. My dad, it doesn't necessarily like it. I mean, he's willingly giving me the money, and I do kind of talking him like a prey, getting him when he's alone, talking to him a lot. Then it's kind. It's not entirely toxic because that's not the only way we communicate. I just kind of want the money, So I'm kind of doing everything I can. Like, I am pretty smart, and I am like psychologically aware of what everything is going on. So I kind of use that to my advantage, and I am fine with that for the most part. It's just sometimes, sometimes it gets a bit. You have all that power, right? You have all that power, and you can do whatever you want, right? And it's like, okay, well, I can do the bad thing, or the thing that gives me the most good, or I don't know. Sometimes I do that, Sometimes it's like what's best is just like what helps enlighten the most people. And usually that means you can do the bad thing, honestly, because it kind of does, like, if you just fuck with someone a bit, it does wake them up a bit. That's what they do to me. You see these people, these aliens, these gods, whatever, beyond the veil, they fuck with me a lot. And then I grow from it. At this point I'm kind of okay with the whole cycle. because like now, like they told me I should like send a message to my ex, and then that dwelled into a crash out, which like did something amazing. Like I've been struggling to understand what happened with her and me, and to me specifically, and why I was so obsessed with her and all these things. And after that crash out, I found out. I because I'm so aware of my psyche and what's going on when I do stuff. Even when I'm not aware, I can become aware of it. And like I know why she didn't like me, even though she kind of doesn't know, and that is like I projected my mother unconsciously onto her, right? And I was a child, so I didn't know I was doing this, right? And what I was also doing unconsciously, which I didn't realize until like yesterday, is I was unconsciously playing my stepdads and my real father, which is basically my stepdads were kind of psychopaths, which are very toxic. My dad is kind of a nice guy, but you know, he's not a bad guy. It's just but tame. If that's a nice way of phrasing it. So I would constantly shift between these different attitudes, and just something like that's messed up, and it does fuck with people, and it was toxic, and like something in her told her, nah, this is not how you should be handled, because like at the end I was like handsome, I was like, I'm smart and funny, we had amazing times. So it was always, when I was younger, it didn't really make sense to me. Now it makes sense to me, because it's not just her, it's kind of an instinct in human beings in general. And like, because she saw the dark in me, she could see, even if it was subconsciously or unconsciously. Yeah. Is that a complete explanation? I don't know, but it does reveal like a significant gap in realization that I missed. And it has helped me just understand. Because she's a child, she was a child, and she's probably not that yet psychologically, so like aware of herself. So she might not even know. It might not be correct, but I don't think it's completely wrong. If it isn't completely right, it does point in the right direction. And the other thing was why I was so obsessed with her. My man, I was so obsessed with her. And it went beyond just like projecting my mother onto her. Yeah, that. But like, when I was a child, my mom was my world, and I loved her, and she was my emotional regulatory system. But she was a drug addict, alcoholic. Maybe, I don't know if she did drugs, and she was a horrible mother, really. Because of that, because she couldn't be responsible, and she always put us in dangerous situations with dangerous men. And when we left, my dad was emotionally unavailable, and my new stepmom didn't really care about us that much, so I didn't really have a way of emotionally regulating myself for years. It built up, and then when she came along and she wanted to help me, and she looked exactly like my mother, I imprinted my mother onto her in a very primal way, because as a child who is so scared of the whole world, he needs to embrace his mother to feel loved, like that. And I did it so unconsciously, and it went so deep that it stayed with me for years, and still kind of is here, right? But it's like that makes sense. And also why she had so much power over me, and it's like she didn't have power over me, her absence had power over me, and I gave away my power for her absence, to repeat this cycle, to fight for this ridiculous notion of love. Love will fix everything, right? Fuck love. I chase enlightenment. I haven't done shit. To be fair, I wanted to edit the video, but I can't, because I can't My computer can't edit videos. Like, it's too dog trash to edit videos. I can maybe edit it in something more simple. Or what I can do is I can just close and just organize it properly, I guess. So I'm gonna go to home, this one and this one. I'm gonna cut, and I'm gonna go to workspace. My God. I suppose assets, and then I would say Vinci, and then I'll say podcast. I guess podcasts. Well, actually, I would just say, let's just say podcasts, and then one life of Anakin. Okay, and then we paste them over here. Cool. 2.8 gig. 2.8 gig for that was like 50 minutes of video. Yeah. It was like 1080p. What do I want to do? What else was there to do in that obsidian thing? Because I didn't record this because I did this. It was just like one prompt that I needed to do anyways. One prompt and a couple of like just corrections. 2 prompts I think, because one was just to set everything up, and 2 to say hey, it's not working, and then he fixed it. Anyways, so this we can't do now. This we can do, but I'm not gonna do it now. I am actually not gonna release this right away. I'm gonna do 13 episodes of the podcast. I'm not gonna release them, and then once I have 13, I'm gonna release all of them plus the website plus anything else I generate along the way. I'll create the channel and like shadow post, I guess. I don't know, private post. Oh, yeah. We'll see. We'll not post them now because we of course don't have it. We also can't edit now. Right? This, since we are not gonna do all 13 now, since we're gonna do, we can do the proofreading of the existing ones. Now that we can still do. So I'm gonna split that. I don't know if I want to do this today or if I want to do this more organically over the period of the podcasts. I think I'm going to do those organically. Because I have my little red book. Where is it? Where's my little red book? Here it is. This is a dangerous book, my man. This is a very dangerous book, because here people's destinies will be written and the future will be prophesized. For red pen, and everything gets like saved. I might auction them off or like give them away as a something, or just burn them. I like burning things, you know. It's very ritualistic. I'm looking there because my face is there, although no one's watching. But like I kind of like this, just like talking and like saying shit, and like no one's home, so I can say anything. You know, no one's listening, right? No one sees me. Soon no one will see me, and I am lucky to have protectors over me. Well, protectors is probably not the right word to use, but like, what do I call them? I don't want to call them God. I'm supposed to be God. So aliens is so impersonal, right? But like monad could work. But like they're like aliens. Monads, maybe. Thing is, I asked them what do they want to be called, and they either gave me some bullshit, and then they don't really stick with it because they don't really care apparently what we call them. because we have so many names for them. You know, we have God, we have aliens, yeah. All the specific names for specific gods, you know, all the Allah, all the religions, all the cults, all the mythologies, you know. Okay, so this is the only thing that we can do now. The rest of this irrelevant. This is the only thing. So sure, let's go do it. So what I'm gonna do is get the keyboard. I'm also gonna okay, the mat, this should never be filthy, I think. Let's clean this. I'll be back now. I just the rug, it's not a rug, right? It's just like a blanket, but I'm using it kind of as a rug. So I just want to clean it because I think it should, you know, spiritual place, temple and all. Also, I'm not gonna wear shoes on this mat, but I'm just gonna call it the mat for now. Alright, be back right now. Don't forget about me. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. What are we doing? We're gonna proofread. So, yeah. So I wanted to open. So just make sure nothing else is running. Okay, cool. And we need to like open VS Code. Compact. I believe it in source. In the app, revelations. I want to do. I want to proofread all the existing revelation files, the MDX files. Where can I find them? Okay, I guess how I'm going to do it, I'll just go on the website, which is on mine now, so I don't need to host it here. You want to keep everything on the screen or? Okay, this one. I am not Jesus, I am no one, I'm just some guy. So this would be reckoning. Prophecy of reckoning. Okay. My Imperium. Build our Imperium. Alright. I could have said it out loud, but I didn't. I used the keyboard because I forget. I forget sometimes. I can just. Okay, let's keep reading, I guess. Just this edit. Okay, I've proofread this and changed it up a bit. Please just ensure right grammar. Don't really change much content. I suppose I could just go one by one. So I'm not gonna read it like this anyways. Very cool. Okay, I'm gonna roll some weed. I'll keep the stream going. Because I can just bring the little table here. Just roll the weed here. There we go. I suppose I could just sit here. Oh yeah, I can just sit here and do everything. You know. My whole life is now sitting in front of my meditation bed, on my meditation bed, and just, which is just 2 pillows, by the way, just 2 pillows. Here's the weed. Nice weed. It's cheap weed. It's lemon haze. It's acceptable. It's not terribly trash, but there's a lot of seeds in them, but they're actually pretty acceptable. It's nice. I used to smoke a lot of lemon haze back in the day as well, also because it was cheap. Back then I would get crazy hallucinations. Now they're pretty tame because like all the weed kind of just does the same kind of high. It used to be that depending on the strain or type of weed, that the high would be different. But now everything is, I'm high and then I'm stoned, and I'm high and I'm stoned. You know, I also have like this little Rick and Morty grinder. It's not, okay, I suppose it is Rick and Morty, and then, yeah, it's a Rick and Morty. It just says cookies, and then 666, yeah, the mark of the beast. I already smoked some there today, but I smoked Royal Mix. It's like this special blend by the, is it the dispensary? I don't know if that, okay, I will just say dispensary because, you know, they do dispense weed. But what is a dispensary really, right? How is any weed dispensary a dispensary? Like, if you go to like a whiskey dispensary, they have actual whiskey like tanks and shit, you know, but like, go there and it's just like weed in a fucking glass jar, like every other place. To be fair, what else would you put it in? Like, you need to be able to see the weed, right? You need to be able to see the weed. I'm just gonna skip it. Get used to it being in the corner. This is the whole week's weed. It can technically last longer, but like when I buy this much weed, I like smoke like multiple times a day, like 2, 3, sometimes 4 joints. Although it's very small joints. Oh, I forgot to buy weed paper. I only have 1 left. How lucky am I to only have 1 left? I think I have a little bit money left. I don't have much. I think I have like 10, 20 rand. Should be enough. Let's see. How much money do I have left? Borrowed 500 rand this morning. About half of that went into buying the website. And the other half went into a bunch of Zens. Like a bunch. It's technically Velo. This one is technically Zen. And then 100 rands of weed. And that's about all of it. 140 rand weed. 100 rand for this specific bag and 40 rand for the pre-roll that I had. So yeah, I have 15 rand left. That should be enough to buy one of these, because like I'm literally done. This is literally my last one. Literally my last one. It's now empty. So I'm lucky. At least I have one. I forgot to buy. I was at the store. Like when you buy the Zins, you can buy the. You can basically always buy the like roll up because they usually sell them at the same space. Yeah, I can now say anything out loud now that I'm like, I know I'm Jesus, and I mean, suppose if they say I shouldn't say something out loud, I shouldn't, but you know, they often don't say that. Well, they do actually. When they say it, it's mostly just a friendly reminder, because you can get lost in all this power. There we go. It looks like a nice roll. Can you see? I don't know. Looks very squirrely. And like this one is a bit too thick, so I like cut. But it also makes it there's less weed in it, which I'm fine with, because it makes the structural integrity of the joint like fucking awesome. It also makes it look a little bit more like a cigarette. It does help. This does also. I think it's basically cigarette paper. I think it's meant for weed, but like, is it even meant for weed? Let's see. Yeah, no, it might be for cigarettes as well. I think it doesn't specifically say weed. To be fair, most of these don't specifically say weed because, well, when you say weed, it gets legally dicey. Here we go. Boom. And now I have this, so I just fold this in half. Boop. 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 And now I started to crush the weed. I did everything except actually grinding the weed. We can just go smoke it. I'm not gonna go for a walk. I'll just go for like a mini break, smoke it all, and I'll come back and review the rest. I'm like halfway done anyways. And this is the only thing I can really do from that plan that we made. So after this, I don't know. You'll see. That's when we are done this issue. What now? Issue? Is issue the right word? And when we were done, we'll figure it out. Okay, cool. So, there we go. Some weed. I'm just using my Zarathustra book, you know. I'm using Nietzsche to get high. Just kind of... I mean, Nietzsche, the whole overcoming thing is like just, you know, getting high. Overcoming is like with the whole mountain climbing, getting in the sky. Just be... I mean, he does explicitly say high. Although he doesn't mean like... Of course, like getting high. He was like in the 1800s. I don't really think they even had weed in Germany. I might have had weed. Did they have weed? Let's see. Let's ask the internet. Actually, just ask for... Ach, I'm gonna need to grind a bit more. When did weed in like joints and stuff get to like Europe? Like specifically Germany, because I was wondering, did like at the time Nietzsche lived, like the late 1800s, early 1900s, were there people smoking weed already? Let's see. Cannabis was known in Europe by Nietzsche's time, but not smoked in joints in the modern sense. Cannabis had been used medically in Germany since hashish arrived via Napoleon Egypt and spread through. Does he? In The Joyful Science, he mentions hashing smoking as an oriental habit, so he knew it existed, but the context suggests he considered it exotic, foreign. He was heavy user of other drugs, opium. Yeah. That I am not surprised. I did not know that up until now. I've read so much Nietzsche. I've like looked into Nietzsche so much, but I didn't know that up until this point, and it does not surprise me one fucking bit. Cordial hydrate, opium. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I also didn't know Nietzsche did drugs. Could you like tell me more about that? From the High Existence article and biography source, it was extensive, mostly self-medication for several years, health problem. His primary drug first synthesized and is a sedative and a known hallucinogen at high dosage. He used it for sleep. His mother and both blamed it for his eventual mental collapse. Yeah, hallucinogenics can do that to a man. An anti-conventional and sedative is the same that gave the English writer used openly, sometimes in what he admitted were dangerously high doses. Javanese narcotic given to him by a Dutch. Okay. Here's hoping it doesn't happen to me. Well, it kind of already has, in a sense. You know, I'm insane. Like, I'm already insane. It's just I haven't done hallucinogenics. Like, I've done shrooms in like a year and a half. I really want to do shrooms again. Me and a buddy want to go do shrooms together. I don't have a dealer. I don't know where to get. Like, I used to have a dealer, but I lost his number, or I deleted it or something. I can't remember. I think I was leaving and I deleted. I don't know. Or I lost the phone. I think it was when I lost it. Yeah, I lost the phone, and the number was on the phone. But yeah. There's something like meditative of like rolling a joint. But you're like focusing on this one thing and it takes a little bit. It's also like kind of a work of art. You know, like a bad joint is not nice to smoke. You know, it's inconvenient and like just causes a mess sometimes. So it's very, like, when you roll a nice joint, a very nice joint, it's a pleasant surprise. So I saw them doing this at I think I've done something similar in the past, but I haven't really done it exactly how they did it. So basically, the idea is you, instead of like swirling it, you like tip it in, but you like leave like a pretty decently sized ring of just like paper. There's a little weed in it. I didn't do it perfectly, I guess. I don't know. It's probably fine. I used the joint. Looks nice. But anyways, the idea being that this, since it's just paper, it catches on fire quickly, so it like doesn't a more even burn. At least that's what I've experienced. I'm gonna test it now. I've never really done it on my own, so we'll see. Just put the book on here. I'm gonna put the BRB on, and I'll BRB. Right, BRB. So I'm gonna put these in here. Okay, all done. I can't smoke in here. I need to go smoke outside. I don't like me smoking inside. I want to smoke inside. Well, I just want to like sit here and smoke. Sit and smoke. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad I can smoke at home. So I'm gonna go smoke. I'm back in a little bit. Yo, what's up, niggas? Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get a Zen. What up, niggas? I'm Jesus. Okay, what are we doing? I just got lost in laughter for a second. Uh, it's very interesting nature in the drug thing. It's kind of it's like I'm gonna use that. So I am. Oh, I'm busy. Let me just take these out because I just kind of want to have focus. Or at least read it over properly. This is some serious shit that we're dealing with, my man. Some serious shit. So that's why we're doing it all high. If not from the weed, I'm always high on weed. So I'm like, this is just me, right? This is just because I'm like always high. But like, we're also on Zen, you know, like a nicotine. This is kind of helping. Like, it does give me a lot more energy to focus. I do think I have like some sort of ADHD, or at least attention issue. It's mostly the weed though. So I use this to counteract the weed. Yeah, weed have a lot of medicinal benefits and psychological and like just like pure vibes, my dude. You know, if you're high all the time, you're like chill all the fucking time. Think that. You're also like, yeah, January 1890. Alright, the pandemonium. Pew. Pandemonium of Revelation. Let's capitalize it as well because it's the title of this whole event of Revelations. Occur for humanity. End. Definitely misspelled it. Okay, I just proofread this one and made some minor changes. I think there are some spelling mistakes. Could you just fix the grammar and spelling? You refused my coming last time I awakened. I have fully taken root. I am. Walk, bow down and worship me. I already used it. Yay! Oh, we already used it. But like, yeah, it's already there. It's so good. Even the AI was like, this is some good shit. This is some good shit. What? Sai- Saitama. Saitama? Yeah, okay. No, daily routine. Okay, we proofread everything. I like everything. It's fine. It's they stand better on their own. They're kind of following their own vibe. I'm kind of writing it how Nietzsche wrote his stuff. Um, but that's kind of fun. Oh wait, let's ask the thing. Please ignore previous requests. I meant to paste it to another uh, agent. Rather, could you do the following? Could you tell me more about how Nietzsche wrote his philosophical works? Like I know for some of them like Zarathustra, he did it in like 3 or 4 short bursts, like a week or two, where he did like a lot of works, and in months where he does nothing. Could you tell me more about how Nietzsche wrote his philosophic works? God damn it! Ignore previous request. Wrong pasting from other agent. Um, could you rather tell me about Nietzsche's training? Nietzsche's method of writing his philosophical works, his like routine. Because I read that like for Zarathustra he finished in like 3 or 4 short bursts. Like the burst was like a week or two, and he did it like with a few months in between these bursts. So tell me more about how Nietzsche, like the routine he did, how much he wrote, how he wrote, stuff like that. I do that. I walk a lot, and that's why everything he composed was what up on foot in pocket notebook. That's what I do. I do the same. Here's my pocket notebooks. I do the same. Rise, wash, glass, mid morning, 1 hour walk. Me too. I'm just following Nietzsche's routine somehow. I never actually saw this routine, but this is basically like the lunch isn't my lunch. Maybe I should have lunch, the Nietzsche lunch, the Nietzsche diet. He looked, I mean, it's fun. I think he wasn't really jacked, but I don't know. He did a lot of walking. Oh, he had a nice road to walk though. But he had like he wrote about the birds. Each part was written in roughly 10 days. Incredibly, he wrote part one during worst period of his life. Just rejected him in freezing winter lodging with. I'm living like a philosopher. I'm so happy at the moment. I'm living like a philosopher. I am a philosopher, but like, I'm living like one. Okay, I am gonna go on a walk because I'm all done. I wanna go smoke some weed. I don't know if I'm gonna do velo. Might do it. I might ride. I don't know. I'm gonna take it with me. I suppose if I write, it does count, right? Yeah, it does. I'm a philosopher, right? So doing philosophy does count as working, being productive. I hate those words. Labors. Yeah, it counts as labor because it's writing the religion, right? It's literally one of my 4 training sticks. today I don't keep track, so I'm not gonna keep track. Yeah. Cool. It was a nice stream, 2 hours. We reviewed, we basically finished everything we're gonna do with MeyGod. I might record another podcast episode tonight, might not. If not that, we can start working on my cult again for like a week, or actually, then we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe when I come back, I'll have an idea. You know. Cool.